Yeah, look how like the trees grow into the bricks and fall over. And kind of cool. Look how the whole beach is made out of bricks.
Yeah, it looks like they had a whole dock system. Like, look, it looks like it goes like all the way down there.
Yeah. Thank you. I just picked up this new Honda UTV here. I already have the Kawasaki KRX and a couple Rhinos. The Rhinos are kind of getting old and they're broken a little too often, and the KRX is just too loud. So let's see how this thing is. So this opens, and we actually have we actually have a seat. Someone could sit back there. Dumps too, so that's pretty nice. All right, well, let's try this thing out. Well, you know, at least the thing is nice and quiet. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive diff lock. We've got turf mode, which unlocks the rear axle. That's nice if you're on like nice lawns. High-low, neutral reverse, and then we can put it in manual and use these paddle shifters up, down, and then we got sport mode. I feel like these nets aren't going to stay here that long. I don't think I like those. Alright, also, so I was torn between getting an ATV and a side-by-side, and so I just bought both. So this is the ATV I came home with. Let's give this a try. I went there to buy a new Rancher, but I wanted independent rear suspension, which was kind of a hard option to find. But then they had this used Rubicon, which had a lot of these nice accessories on it already, but I'm noticing, you know, crap like that. Are these live wires right here? That, whoever did that is gonna short to ground. That is stupid. I should redo that. So automatic. How is this thing shipped? Dude, I bought a Rubicon one time years ago, and it wouldn't shift the second I brought it home. What? You know, I think it won't start because it's not in gear. Yeah, so this is 2 years old. I just called the dealer, and he said he'd give me my money back on it. I think this, the reason I have zero patience on this, I bought a Rubicon in 2003. It was a 2001, 2 years old, and that thing was a piece of garbage. It didn't work immediately when I brought it home from the dealer. The dealer fixed it for free that time, but that machine was crap since day one. And I ended up trading it for my Foreman, which has been amazing. Here's another one. Oh, it says Rubicon, and it's a piece of garbage. So yeah, probably 15 years ago I traded that last Rubicon for this, and it's got a foot shifter. And you know what? It works. You know, I don't like how high the seat is on this either. That's what's so nice about this. It's sometimes I'm up in these mountains and the stuff really gets steep, and that machine feels good on them. This one, I could be flipping that over. I've been riding this around for a little bit here, and it's working now. This was in neutral when I shut it off. Now it's doing this. You know, I was just riding this around like 10 minutes, starting to like it. When you do this, look at that. All right, let's just. Piece of junk. Yeah, we get to walk for a couple miles. They said they went over it. No, it's not working. See, it's like flashing. Yeah. It needs to be in neutral. Electronics and sensors, it doesn't work.
Heavy machine too.
What do you think about this thing? You want to take it for a spin? Good boy. Cool, you can have like one seat and cargo. Like the layout of this cab is definitely cool.
Yeah, no, it's nice the way that the seats are. It's a nets. They block your view a lot.
I'm with you on these nets. I don't want to... Green light or no?
The answer is no.
No. Bought this thing 2 business days ago at Troy City Garage here. The guy said on the phone he would take it back. Now I'm here and he says they won't take it. I don't know, don't buy anything here. I mean, they're fixing it for free, but surprised how far you made it in there. That's awesome. Wow. What? Okay, you have far exceeded my expectations. I wonder what the dogs would think. go through mud puddles with this, it doesn't splash up onto the operators or the cargo. This has got a much bigger bed on it than like the Rhino or something. That's,
Oh yeah, look at it.
yeah, that's cool. Let's let that do its thing. Good boy, Blue.
There you go.
Here's our fire, almost done. Those aren't ready yet.
Yeah, like here's one that's good.
Okay. And that's a good one.
It's gonna be nice and dark like this. Oh, raspberries right here.
Blue, you're not as fast as Cody, huh? here's the fire. This is a day later, same time next day, and that fire is completely burnt, and the ground is nice. It's ready for seed. Right. All right, just bought this one. It's a little rough. Paid 4,800 bucks for it, but you know what? It's the transmission's working. So, and while I was down here, the guy's like, "Oh, check out this abandoned resort." So, let's. I don't know. That's pretty cool, huh?
I'm there.
Look at this thing. What is this? I guess they carry bags.
Emergency.
Look at this tower. This is cool. There's the elevators. 9 floors this thing is.
Some good work in here.
It's not like that last resort where the building was like destroyed. Like, I mean, it's pretty destroyed, but it's destroyed differently. Jeez.
I love this artwork.
All right, that's actually not even like vandalism at that point. That's like good.
That was a wee hollow.
Wow. Floor is very scary feeling right there.
Probably this probably only carpet holding you up over here. I didn't like the.
Well, carpet's pretty strong.
Yeah, there's no floor underneath it.
and here they had a T-bar up to nothing. Look how big that tree is in front of that T-bar. Wow. Road up here, that is enormous. Yeah, that is a very interesting bark. Oh, right there. Seems like there's a lot of trails here, doesn't it? I mean, here's the top of the T-bar right there. Well, that was a real good start to the Rincon. So, all right, here's the Foreman next to the Rincon. So let's go for a little ride. 10 years newer. Want to spend the night in this thing?
There's a lot of bugs in here.
Alright, that'll keep you company.
Yeah. All these mosquitoes. Oh. It's like,
How could you spruce that up in there? Alright, so what if you...
you'd have to, I'd say, rake out the leaves.
What if you brought a carpet? No? A little too bumpy, a little too stiff, slows you down. Tire pressure on an ATV is everything. And usually it depends on the tires, but it's pretty soft, like 4 or 5 PSI. Usually your foot, see I'm pushing as hard as I can right there. Not really moving the tire. That should be a little bit softer than that. A little more. Yeah, see now you got that squish. That's right about where you want it. You don't want too much. No, that's about rags. Hang on, it's on here. What's this one? Oh, wait. Yeah, improper tire pressure overloading loss of control. Cold tire pressure. What's a KPA? Yeah, right there. They want about 5 PSI. Yeah, this is riding a lot nicer with these tires soft. The four-wheel drive doesn't work on that, does it?
Doesn't seem like it.
No, that's only
That definitely felt like 2. Huh?
yeah. Huh, I guess that needs some attention. People say, why don't you make trails to the top of the mountain? Well, because it's like that. Oh! Oh man, lucky I had a helmet on.
Right?
Holy.
Right?
Yeah, I'm fine. That would have...
Yeah, that would have been...
If I didn't have a helmet on, Sam, be careful. That wasn't good.
Yeah, good to hear you say that on camera.
I was recording, but I don't see that tree just hit me in the head. My friend and I were first riding our 3-wheelers when we were little, and one of us did that, like push the tree onto someone else, and we were like, all right, let's not do that again.
It was laying on the ground. I didn't know it was going to
Was it?
like that.
Wait, what did it do? That was on the ground?
Yeah, it was. I went to drive over in it, and it was on this side of the 4-wheeler, and it just rolled over when I hit it with the front tires.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. There's a time I'm glad I had the helmet on. Usually I don't. We got to fix the 4x4 in that. No 4-wheel drive. Wait, go forward now. Blue, what do you think? That was a good unload, right? Alright, so I just got this back from the dealer. They fixed it for free. Hopefully it works perfect forever. Neutral, drive, neutral. Seems alright. You know, this doesn't shift as nice as that Rincon though. Alright, check it out. I just got another Honda Rincon. So this one's pretty clean. It's an 07, so it's the fuel injected with disc brakes in the front. It's got that nice bumper on it. Let me get that basket off of there, and it's got aftermarket wheels. Luckily it came with the original, so let me fix that too. So basket, look, this is just rattling around. That's a lot cleaner about those stickers. This one's in pretty nice shape. I like this bumper someone added to it too. Look at that. Plate used. See, you coming to help? You helping? Well, that shouldn't be. Alright, that looks a lot better with that plate on it. I'm gonna try to get that bumper too. That's why the front end on this one's so beat up. It's because if you had that bumper on there, it doesn't happen. Sadie, come here. think these Rincons are the way to go. I like these.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, I like the transmissions are very nice too. Nice and quiet and smooth, and you don't have to shift it, and you don't notice it shifting. And this one, these aftermarket wheels are making it steer bad. But see, that's all right. That's how it comes out. You push in the blue thing. That's how it comes out. Okay. There's that culprit there. I could borrow some from here. Let me just measure it. I guess I should try to order this line. Okay, it's in there. It's in there. It's a little past that. What's that?
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Just picked up some brand new tires to put on these stock wheels.
So you said it's different. Is everything pretty much the same?
Well, it's the same, but sometimes you have to actually put air in the tire to break the bead on ATVs, but we'll see in a second. You might actually have to put air. You gotta make sure it's really dug into that corner. See, that's important. Sometimes you can just do that. Oh, that's why. There it goes. There, this one's being a challenge. GoPro said too hot, and you didn't see it. Good, that's the stock wheels. That looks way better. See, I wouldn't mind the aftermarket ones. The problem is, like, the aftermarket companies never seem to know how to measure things and always get the offset wrong. Like, you can tell, especially looking at the shock absorber. See how much more in that tire is where it's supposed to be? And that one's out like a couple inches, and it's never going to handle properly like that. Do this. Push as hard as you can. Right about there. Maybe that's a drop hard, but that's good right there. See, that's a drop soft. Just a drop. All right, stock wheels, nice brand new tires on it. That is looking sharp. Been filming everything with this Pioneer, but it's been super handy for stuff like this. You know, you could throw tools in the back of it, drive around. It's nice and quiet. It doesn't throw mud at you. You know, here's just doing stuff like this. You know, it's right, guys. Great. I got this old rail bed right here. Check that out. I guess they used to make bricks down here. Look, it looks like this was a switch track here where it went split to two. And then that way they space out. Alright, we're gonna try this trail. It's really hard. If I can find it. Rail ties. It's like the first ride with these tires.
Yeah, these are the new ones, aren't they?
Yeah, these are the brand new ones.
Jeez.
Carburetor in the side.
Oh, too far, damn.
But now, I don't know. I think I might just stay far away from Hopewell. It ain't too bad. Towards Palin Road, because I think someone wrecked or something happened. Someone said they were on my house all the time. I've never seen it.
I guess we're set here, huh?
Yeah, the way or something.
Alright, we hooked up with this group of people. Luckily this guy had a plug. I should carry them, you know, flat tires are pretty common.
Remember when they had the mall?
We're at this big group ride today, about the Rincons, and like 100 people here, so maybe we should have brought three-wheelers. I don't think this is the fastest pace today. Snow making equipment or something with the lift. It's on this big skid. They probably dragged this thing up here.
I heard he likes grilled cheese and bacon and tomatoes.
Bigger hammer, or
I need a wrench. You want to put like a block on here or something? Are we doing anything? Or?
it kind of spins.
Yeah, it's spinning. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it looks less bent than it started. But... I mean, it's pretty damn underpowered. You know, on the road, all I could get out of it downhill was 45. That sucks. You know, it doesn't shift when you want it to. This one here, I am regretting buying this thing. This thing sucks. It's underpowered. It sits too tall. The transmission doesn't shift when you want it to. I'm gonna try to unload this one, but don't buy one of these. It's a piece of crap. Alright, I just climbed the old T-bar hill. Took a few tries. I can't talk anyone else into doing it. See, there it is there. It gets quite a bit steeper after that one thing. Look at this thing. No one else will do the hill climb, but Sam says she'll hit it. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is, there it is. There it is. Alright, see it right here? Alright, the trick is full throttle the whole time, lean forward, and just try to aim for spots that have good traction. The old T-bar stuff is still here. Stuck.
You're gonna get me killed.
You want to try again?
I think this is a terrible idea.
No, I made it the one time. probably tough getting pulled up this on a rope tow. I mean,
Tell you.
they're not easy, those
They're
T-bars.
not.
You try again or no?
Dude, I can't believe you did that.
You really got to have the right speed in the beginning. She made it, I think. Is she still moving? I give her credit. Took her 7-8 tries. She got it. You know, there's guys up there 1000cc side by sides. One guy's got turbocharged, high performance. They won't do it. She just did it. Four-wheel drive broke on this. Let's try to figure out what happened to it. Cody, what do you think? That's pretty easy.
Brand new tires on new rims. So you have a brand new axle.
know why these holes are threaded. Maybe. Alright. They were telling me that you can't use these wheels, but I don't think I believe them. Let me see what this is. Well, it seems like it's on there. Oh, I wish those lugs weren't going on there further. Oh, I don't love that. And they're working. Minus this one. Knees like this. Axle out. So there's the old one. Yeah, look at that wheel bearing. Okay. Is it?
Yeah. I like the big tires that you have in the back. It goes over the rough tires.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it is.
So much easier with the right tool. Oh, wait, all right, this is hitting the wrong thing. Oh, on the side. And there it is. And pocket him with the old one. The outer gets this seal. Is this? Look at that. Dude, I swear aftermarket anything is junk. Okay, whatever. Goes right there. Goes against the axle. axle. Oh, wait, hang on.
It doesn't work if it downs.
I was thinking more of the tread, but look at that. That is definitely the way to do that. Wheel bearings on this side. I think I put wheel bearings in this a few times. That one stayed together. So this goes here. Goes over there. Step on it. Let it up. How do they feel?
Feels better. I think that last one was the
They bottom out?
No.
How is it like firm or?
Yeah, it's firm. Were you getting all the air out of it?
Yeah, step on it. Let it up. That's hard now. That's nice. You see, like if this was like a little bit thinner. Yeah, like, well, and then I need to measure how much, because it's like, you know, it's not hitting that caliper. You know, with that not on there, it hits the caliper. Like if this is on here without that. Jeez, that's barely hitting it. I mean, it is though. If this was like half the thickness. so much lighter with these tires on it. Those other ones were just like too heavy.
Looks like it's handling a lot nicer.
Yeah, I mean, the other ones too, you hit a bump and it would rip the steering out of your hand even if you were holding on to it.
He's locking up.
That's nice. Before you have to like pump it a bunch of times to get any brakes out of it. So you had to like plan for your stops. We're at 10:22. Here's a couple weeks later, and I actually did get those spacers turned down. Started it, but check this out. All right, that looks a lot better. All right, I'm trading that one in. That thing sucks, so. Yeah.
It's my little girl Layla. Oh, she likes there.
Cody, what do you think? Cody.
Nice. Yeah. Layla. Oh God. She literally turns around.
It stopped moving. I thought it needed a whole clutch again, and I pulled the clutch apart, and here is the belt. Hey buddy. Hey Blue, would you like a dog? We'll get a dog for my dog's dog. I don't know about that. supposed to. Supposed to be splined on there. See how that's all smooth? Look. There it goes. Just gotta force it. That's it. Got the new clutch. All the splines are gone. See, that's something you could miss. That probably contributed to the belt failing. There. Look at this one. You know, they put donuts on the thing. What do they expect? just been using this as a utility vehicle and running stuff like this around my property. You know, this is a great machine, nice and quiet, like how it works. The tires on this thing are too small. Honda, this should come with like 31s as a minimum. That would be a pretty nice, or even 33s. That would be cool. This has got 27s on it. People say you can go up a drop, but not easily.
This thing has gone out on 2 rides, and both times went on a ride. It came back with a flat tire.
Yeah, people say they put, oh, put 28s on it. 28s are still small. You know, that Kawasaki came with 31s. Then I put 33s on the thing.
Yeah.
And people saying that it'll handle 35s. You know, they do such a good job making these, and then they screw it up with like one thing like that. But
there's 2, because I'm talking about this.
Oh, that one. Jeez.
That one was bubbling. That was the big one, I think. Oh no, that's where I plugged it last time. That's leaking too.
Oh.
So there's more than one. This is what I plugged last time.
That soap is hard to tell.
I know. Oh yeah, look. It's like. I'll spray that one too.
To tell. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that spot.
Tiny spot.
Jeez. Yeah, go for it.
Ah, I overdid it. I went too far. All right, gently. Nope, let it go. I don't want to look for the plug. Now that one's coming too far again. I guess you don't have to trim it if it's perfect. You give it a try, Cody. Big strong dog. There you go. My hammer idea is a great idea. Oh, gee.
Try it. Perfect.
Oh my.
That's a professional repair tire right there. What do you guys think? What smells so good right there?
I don't see it bubbling.
Yeah, no, bubbles are getting bigger.
This is a huge rip.
Yeah.
My dad said I couldn't do it. Well, I guess we'll know if our tire was flat again too.
So pretty much in April, the steering got sloppy on this and it kept jumping out of gear, and it was still under warranty, so I brought it to the dealer. They had to put a whole steering rack in it and replace the transmission cases and the rear axles. It was like a big job, but the thing, I still got hit with an $800 bill, and it was there from April to October. You know, that's like a whole season of not having this, so that's a bit of a bummer. I haven't even tried it yet, but let's they said they couldn't get the old axles out without destroying them, so that's new, and that transmission case is new. But that sucks because this wasn't that old. Holy sh... They said it couldn't be done.
Easy.
I had Carmine going through the other day. He made it like 3/4 of the way before it was getting pretty high up on the
Slight pan.
Alright, we're just kind of realizing I've never been to this one area on my property. I'm just curious if there's anything cool. Oh wow, it's cold in this one as well. That's something. Alright. Geez, look where that tree grew. That's crazy. It's a nice looking tree too. That's a cool rock, huh?
I like it. Like a little rock looking cave thing going on under there too.
This overhang is cool.
You're gonna find yourself a stone cave like this. You just want to tuck yourself right under there. Like this. And this is how you sleep.
You probably stay dry.
So comfy.
It's like ideal fort territory. Like you lean a bunch of sticks up against this thing here.
Yeah.
That's like a party in there.
There's like shelves right here too.
Alright, you could live in this thing. Oh yeah. That's cool.
Hold your fire right here. And look, like lounge furniture, nice cushy back.
Let's see, the YXZ versus the K&M Renegade. This hill climb that I've made it up twice, but it's like this guy says he's gonna try it. This is steep. Too slow. I made it. Who's next? You can go faster than that.
Andrew don't have a mobile welder on that KRX?
Was that from this?
Yep.
I mean, oh, look at that. Wait, coming down that happened?
Yep.
What happened?
They watched the wheel fold.
I mean, down is easy. I mean, geez, you just roll.
Probably with all the force from me hanging on the brakes trying to go slow down it.
Huh. Alright, check this out. I just picked up this Yamaha Wolverine. This was like advertised as a sport utility model. I wasn't even looking for it. It was just on the side of the road for sale. I figured I'd grab it. One issue is it's got the wrong wheels on it. Luckily, I got the stock ones, so let's put those back on. You know, I see why Sears went out of business. This jack I got there was terrible since day one. Lug nuts on backwards. Look what they did here. Jeez, are they serious? Alright, does this fit in there? I guess. perfect right about there. All right, there it is, the factory wheels back on it. That looks a lot better. I get the whole sport utility aspect of it. Alright, I think I gotta take this on a real ride to really appreciate it, but this seems like a pretty cool bike right here. This is in here for a little bit of body work. So if we go to this corner right here, and this is like that. So what do you think? You little engineer? Yes. They had this little clip. All right, so that's how they had it, but it's. Alright, noticing this tailgate. So this is like, these things screw down like through it and catch this thing, but this broke when it was new. Oh, I melted the whole. This tailgate design is crap on this thing. Look at it. You gotta unscrew it. It's like the slow process. Yeah. See, that's how it's supposed to be. Alright, so I cooled that down in the sink. There's a bigger bowl. A little tricky getting reaching the other side of this. When I'm touching it, getting a washer on, it's a different story. Put a magnet on the thing. Once I get the washer on there, it will stay. Oh, that magnet helps so much. All right. Still such a stupid design.
Nah, we got you.
Alright. You sure you don't wanna?
Yeah, you don't want to ride now. Stay away, he's an animal. He's an animal. You're better off on the ground. I like the ground. That was really good.
All right, Tom.
No, yeah. Yeah. I don't like those ones. Dude, you just gotta hit it.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get stuck.
No, you just gotta go like 100. I made it.
I'm sure I can make it too, but then nobody else.
No, everyone, they could all make it. Taking all the fun out of it.
Just move this one.
Yeah.
I can't believe you made a hole for that. If you hit it really fast.
I should have like stopped and filmed it. It was fun. I mean, I just didn't even slow down. You know, I'm gonna be the guy that picks up litter. Look at that. It's too easy now. I'm at this slab I poured 6 years ago, and people always gotta say stuff about my concrete work, but let's check this out. I haven't seen this in years because my buddy had this house rented out, but we're looking for cracks. You know what? There's not a crack in this thing. Look at this. Oh, here's the date. 18. Okay, and we're in 20. Tonight's gonna be 23, so. Yeah, not a crack in it. Oh, here's a very thin one. Very, very thin. That hardly even counts. Now, I've been on a few rides with it. It's been good. Sometimes the transmission slips on this. The transmission on this works off, it shares the engine oil, and some people are saying change the oil. The oil's got to be the right level and the right oil. So I've got the actual Honda oil. Honda, no aftermarket junk here. Oh. Look how long that is. Do this like a civilized person. That looks the same. The oil filter to do. I had this Honda Rubicon once, a 2001, and it was on the bottom, and it was so hard to do, and it leaked every time. That's a good location for a drain thing like this, at an angle like this. Not gonna get smashed. Oh, it's probably not gonna get smashed. All right, that's good. You got your ball? Can I see your ball? Can I see the ball? Doing some body work here. I notice, You got some drywall screws holding the fender on. Person who did this, like, these aren't very much money to just replace. It's that easy. This is how you do this. You take this, you put that in there. Make sure everything's all the way closed. Put that guy in there. And that's it. Look how much better that is. It's hot glue on here. Hot glue the headlight in. It's just doing something. Right it on the bottom of the seat. So now we know to reset it, you hold that oil change and it goes away. All right, so now that's reset. So when that comes back on, it will remind me. The clutching feels fine. I just noticed the dogs are running away. Saying I'm near him 4 minutes ago. Cody and Blue! Where's Cody? Usually you guys are near each other. Cody! Oh, there he is. All right. You going a little puppy walk? I gotta say the Rincon, the transmission seems good in it now, so. Cody, how'd you get down there, buddy? Alright, so check out, this is actually an old quarry. It's a pretty big one. Look how much they carved out of here. And then like there's a huge pile that they all off the edge there. I almost bought this property. It was this way. And it's like this whole crazy long story. But I spent like 3 years trying to buy it and eventually gave up because I was fighting with these people over this right of way and it was like such nonsense. Finally the guy or person who owns this property bought it. So it kind of made more sense for them to be together anyway, so. the transmission seems good on this now. So, is that where that goes now? I do use this machine all the time for moving stuff around the site I'm working on, but the one issue I got to keep bringing up, the tires on this thing are absolute junk, and they really diminish the quality of this vehicle. I mean, Honda, that's a big disappointment. You got this would have been a great side-by-side if this had 31-inch tires on it. On a dog recovery mission right here, and I'm just using the Pioneer for that, but I gotta keep saying these tires are trash. You guys should really update this app to say when the dog was in this spot, because like, yeah, he was here, and I know like once 20 minutes goes by, like it will tell you like, oh, Blue was here 20 minutes ago, but it should say it even if it was 30 seconds ago. According to the app, Blue's behind us, Cody's ahead of us. Oh, we should have seen You want to get out? Come here, girl. You want to get out? Yeah. There you go. So yeah, this newer pickup truck here, like, look at this. Dodge should have to recall that garbage. There's no plastic garbage falling off mine. Dave, you're gonna lose this driving home. Yeah, that's... looks like that. I got some new tires here. So here's a comparison of the fronts. Yeah, we got quite a bit more size on these, so let's get these on. This thing's just not building pressure. Leaking out of those holes. Speed setting thing that doesn't work, so I disconnected those. But this tire machine, every time I go to use it, you're fixing it. All right, I think this is gonna be a much better tire. So the size difference, these are 28 by 11 by 14. That's the rear. And the stock ones were a 27 by 11 by 14. So only 1 inch smaller, but I feel like that's a slightly bigger tire. The bigger difference is the front. I got wider front tires. So a lot of the hoses on this thing are dry rotted, like they just crack. So I actually got some brand new hose for it. Pretty nice, you just push them in and they're connected. That's easy. Leaking a lot less. I need to lift these containers up. have not been here in like over 10 years. We always called this the train station because I think it's a train station.
Be careful here. Good. So it's up there on that catwalk. Here, let's start this way first and see if you like it. You can't. I wouldn't touch anything. So you have to. You're fine.
Oh, we are actually really high up.
There's a documentary out there.
Look at this, is like where someone worked. This is cool. Size of that steel. Yeah, someone torched off like a motor or something here. Look at these bolts.
Andrew, you got bump boots on.
Yeah? Look at how the water's running down the stairs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You
Wow,
have bump
that's
boots
so
on.
cool.
There's a whole room down there.
Completely forgot and how to. Can I squeeze it? Oh, these wiggle. Oh,
They roll.
oh, these wiggle stiff until they start moving.
They swing.
These two, the other two roll.
Hey, they had no accidents in 81.
Yo, stop it. I would die. It is though.
Or the black around. I like her too.
That's looking nice. Give this a little bit of time, like, you know, come a few months from now, that's going to be a nice gravel road, all leaves on the trees. These nice ferns grow on the sides naturally. So now that I'm done doing anything on everything, like I'm done working on this. So this is just going to look good forever now. That's kind of my goal. It's like,
on this back corner now.
Yeah, did the front move? Or?
Yeah, I think that straightened out this here, but I think this corner might still be a little dipped. Oh, bucket's going up.
Yeah.
Let's straighten it out.
Yeah, go a little past it though to get it. Alright, wait, go down. Hair more though.
Want me to crank it back up here?
It's like straight now, but it's like as soon as you let off, it's gonna go down again. So go a little more. All right, that's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, actually, that's perfect. That's good. That looks like it's where it's supposed to be.
That's not supposed to look like that. Should we tell people how this happened? Or should we make them wait till the end of the video?
I guess you could mention. Too bad it's not on video because it was
I know.
terrifying actually.
This built-in,
You want to lift those bars up to where they feel natural?
oh, okay, so they just like rotated.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually all that happens. That looks way too high.
I guess it's kind of hard to tell.
I mean, we could bring the other one in here that's not all smashed up and compare it to that. But... so we can tighten these.
Definitely did something.
Here, turn that to where it feels right. Right about there. Oh, bars feel good. Okay, so that was right there.
Is that gonna be problematic that that's no longer attached?
I don't know. I wonder if that's for the
Oh, here's the other bracket way over here.
Oh, I wonder if that's for the GPS.
I don't know. We never figured out how that works.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, 2005 GPS was very useful. Hot glue, zip ties. She's good as new. You're not scared of it? You want to take it for a spin?
I ain't scared of it.
I'd be doing better. The engine's shutting right down on me. Every time. I know why, I bet you. I bet you the air filter's clogged up. It doesn't look that bad. does look sucked in though. See?
Yeah. Ciao, Cody. Almost. Ciao, Blue.
That way. All right, I'm gonna kind of end this video on the four-wheeler riding for the 22 season. So we're getting into 23 right now, but good year of riding, and I have plans to do something right here, so hopefully that happens this year. So Cody, what do you think? Cody, come here, buddy. Cody, you're all speckled.